Hi, Kania here. Welcome to another FluffyCheeks character. So today I decided that I wanted to go with a blueberry girl. The last video I posted was of a strawberry girl. And here we have Blue. Her name is Blue. I named her Blue. What do you think her name should be? I started coloring with probably a marker that looks very, I should say, familiar to a lot of people. I know a lot of people have tried these markers. This is a Touch New marker, or I think it says Touch Bull, but it's one of the touches. So one of the many different touch markers that exist out there. And I was just trying to find a very interesting color, a brighter color for her skin tone, and I started with this, I guess it's kind of like a cream color, and the names are on the back of the markers. So I went with her skin tone being this color. She's kind of a light, like kind of caramel brown. And I know, like, I started to use this marker and I was like, I don't really like that color. I did test the colors out before I used them, but I think I might have tested them on different paper. So always make sure that you check the type of paper that you're using for your markers, because the colors do look different depending on what type of paper that you decide to use. So right here, I'm just kind of adding some shadow. I know it's an odd color. Just wait, I've actually blended in a little bit, and it looks much better than what it's looking like now. I promise it's gonna blend. I'm gonna blend it. yes, I used the Copic, and I kind of mixed it with the touch marker, which actually worked out really fine. I mean, as long as they're alcohol-based markers, most of the time they can pretty much mix together okay. I know like different companies probably have different inks or how they mix their inks, but most of the time I do mix markers. So now I'm going in and I'm adding a little blush to her cheeks because they're nice and fluffy. So adding some blush, not too much, not too dark of a color, not too much blush, just enough above the cheekbones there, and a little bloop 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 on the tongue. All tongues are red in cartoons. So now I'm going in and I actually really work with the hair. I figured since she loves blueberries, she has to have blue hair, so I gave her blue hair, and this took some time to blend, but I got it done. So as I'm blending the hair, I actually really, the hairstyle, I kind of went, I don't know why I went with this spiky hairstyle, but I saw this hairstyle on someone that looked really fun, and actually I think I've also seen this hairstyle on the chibi style characters, and I was like, I wonder what this spiky crazy hairstyle would look like on my character. So I always look in magazines for hairstyles. I look up different hairstyles on Google, which I like to call Googly. But yes, you can find lots of different hairstyles out there, and even though my character's set up, same facial structure, same body structure, but the hair and the color of the eyes and what they wear can really change how they look. So it's kind of like the chibi style or anime style where you still have that same character setup, but just simple as changing the hair, eye colors, or the type of eyes, and their facial expressions, what they're doing, can really contribute to the character looking different, even though you're using the same setup for all your characters. So, I've been working on this style for a while. I'm kind of trying to perfect what I like about the characters and what I can change or what I can make better. So character design is always fun because you can always play around with them and see what works best for you. yes, the hair really did take me a long time to blend and get those shadows in there. I did use 3 different color Ohuhu blues on that. Now I'm going in with the blueberries, and I actually really did kind of look up different ways to draw blueberries because, they're nice and round, but cherries are also nice and round, and grapes, and you want to make sure that you get the right fruit there, looking like the actual fruit and not a weird off version of the fruit. So I used again 2 different color blues from the Touch and 1 Copic marker in this. So it's blueberry time. I thought it would be cute to give her, like, we have those big old barrettes. What are they called? Barrettes? Or the ones with the big balls, but the ones that you normally see in little girls' hair when they're little. And the idea, I was like, what if she had like blueberry bows? So I gave her blueberry bows since she is the blueberry girl and her name is Blue, loves blueberries. And I thought it would just be kind of cute to give her kind of blueberry bows, blueberry earrings, and kind of keep that blueberry idea going with even her outfit. So it was time to tackle the biggest blueberry in here, and I was hoping that these markers like wouldn't dry out, because to be honest, I've had these touch markers for, I would say, a good 2 years. I've had these markers, so I actually give touch props on the lasting of the markers, and I also took care of them, being that they were my first alcohol-based markers that I used. But even on this paper, with, I think I was using the Strathmore paper, the Strathmore Bristol paper, the smooth surface, and it actually worked out pretty well on this paper. I've been trying out the Strathmore brand. I think I've used other brands. Definitely the Ohuhu paper. I love the Ohuhu paper. Markers blend amazing on that. I have been trying out different mediums for markers and marker paper. I also like to use cardstock paper sometimes. Cardstock paper can be kind of tricky because, yes, depending on the type of cardstock you use, or just paper in general, it can soak up a lot of ink from your markers. I've actually had markers dry out pretty quickly, and but it seems like this Strathmore paper is really, really, really good. I think I'm saying that right. Is it Strathmore? Yeah, Strathmore. There's a TH in there. So I'm tackling these blueberries, and I think I'm getting a pretty good blend. I think I got a pretty good blend on them. I really was trying to pick colors that would mesh into each other pretty well, and I think I did a pretty decent job. I tried to get the blueberries to look blue. Sometimes I see people color blueberries purple, but sometimes actual blueberries, they do look kind of like a deep purple, and then sometimes they can look really blue. So, but I really wanted to make them look as blue as possible, and you know, most of the time, of course, you see when I blend anything, I'll use 3 different colors and try to find the best colors to blend together without it looking weird. And sometimes even the colors of the caps, I actually do swatch my colors, but sometimes the colors of the caps, you'll pick like those 3 colors and they're totally not what you expected. So swatching does help pick colors, and that's why I came up with these colors. Actually, it's funny because I have a bullet journal full of different marker swatches. So that actually I can look in there real quick and kind of see the colors that I want and actually have them separated out by name of marker and how close the colors are and the best colors for blending together in the different sections, like green, blues, purples, reds. I kind of put the pinks and the reds together and orange and yellows together. So whenever you're blending, you really do want to make sure that you can get the colors close enough in each family that they blend pretty well. So now I am going in with the green, and this is probably the brightest color in the entire drawing. I used 3 different colored greens for the leaves, and of course I do see that blueberries, even though you see them just kind of separate from leaves, I did want to add leaves because I realized in some of the pictures that I looked up on Google of real blueberries that they did have little green leaves kind of on the sides of them, and so I wanted to add the leaves in this and have a little bit brighter color. I mean, it's not that bright, but it is the brightest. I guess it gives, not so necessarily bright. I don't think I'm trying to say bright. I think it's just a different color. It changes your eyes. It's a different color from all of the blue that you've been seeing. So it actually is pretty catchy, I think, seeing some leaves and some green in the midst of all of the blue. this was actually interesting because I was trying to figure out what color the shoes were gonna be, and I decided to use the leather color from the Copic markers and I think it's the dark suntan for the shoes, and I kind of wanted her shoes to be a color not of the blueberry style. Kind of, she has on maybe some brown Crocs or some brown boots or something. So I decided to go with the brown. Yes. So I finished coloring the shoes, and now I was going to color her clothes. And it took me a while to kind of figure out what color I wanted her shirt to be, actually. And she has one of those cute shirts where it's like you got the shoulders out, but then there's like a little bit of sleeve left. And I didn't want to color blue, but I wanted a color close to blue, so I went with purple. And I thought that was a okay mix. A blue dress with purple, blueberries with, messing that sentence up, excuse the voiceover. So the purple dress is what I'm trying to say, with the blueberries. So I personally feel that was a good mix, and I, of course, again tried to use 3 different colors to add some shading and a little bit of depth. And I'm still working on, shading and stuff. That's something you can never work on enough, actually. It's a practice. All artists practice shading, and you can color a character plain, but given that extra depth, it gets them to, I guess, kind of come off the page a little bit and shows real shadow. So I want to, try to start using the colored pencil idea, where you use the markers and then you also can shade with the colored pencil. I haven't really tried that yet, but I think I'm gonna try that. I see a lot of artists do it, so probably on the next one I'll try to use colored pencils and markers. And I believe I probably need mixed media paper for that. The paper I have right now is too smooth. It's like for markers only, really. So hopefully that'll turn out okay. If not, I'll just delete the video and start all over again. But that's an interesting medium that I'm want to try, is to mix markers and colored pencils together. last but not least, her eyes. And like I said, I always love to save the eyes for last because then it's like, oh, she's looking at me finally. So she comes to life when you color in the eyes. And that's like my favorite thing to do. I always like to save the eyes for last. And I decided to give her blue eyes because she loves blueberries and her name is Blue. So why not give her blue eyes? Little white gel pen, and there you go. There she is.